Hello, everybody. Just push this up. So we have a Versio on the blue side up against Griffin this time for their third game of the day, coming off of two wins here.
Of course, Griffin back here to prove that they have had a bit of a lost streak. They've not been doing the best, but hopefully here they will prove to everyone we are here and we will try to do a good damn job. Now, if they are going to be able to win or not, that's up to you to decide. It is obviously an uphill battle based on the performances of these teams,
Yeah.
but I have faith that they will at least do a damn good job at trying. As we do see Ezreal Jax man versus the Darius man.
Versio have been looking pretty damn strong today. Griffin have their have quite the matchup here. Like it's not looking too easy, but
I wonder what the last ban from Griffin will be. Place your
mm,
bets.
I feel like we've seen this before. Oh my god, I'm in shock. And
As this time, Aversio banning out their own Yasuo saying, nah,
oh,
we're good.
they don't want to play that again. Sejuani's still open, so Brickhoon might be putting back on Sejuani duty here. But Gangplank is the first pick, most likely
Now,
for Iglos here.
Gangplank B1. Traditionally, it's a very strong pick. However, due to the meta that has sort of formed recently, I'm actually not too big of a fan of the champion being blinded. I think there's quite a few answers for him now. As we will see, Griffin see what they're actually going to spawn with, which is a Wukong.
I think in general too, Gangplank's items aren't looking that good right now. Like what is Gangplank building these days?
I'm assuming it's something like Trinity, maybe into Lethality or Crit. It's not exactly the strongest,
Yeah.
especially with SS3 we're no longer having a Chain proc. As we do see Wukong coming out, I am curious what's going to be their second pick. There's quite a few things you can pick.
Poppy.
Honestly, something like an. We see Poppy. Now, Poppy, I'm not actually too big of a fan of the Poppy here. I think that Poppy is definitely a champion you can pull out to counter a large amount of dashes or like important dashes from certain champs. GP, of course, not being a champion who has a dash. You can definitely give this Poppy a very hard time, especially into a double mage bot lane, which we have seen that the Versio does play.
What we have been seeing on a Poppy though, I think for most of the tournament is she's not really playing laning phase all that much though. Like she's Poppies have really like to roam, and man, that has
We are
looked pretty
seeing,
strong to be honest.
I believe that is Brickcoon's Trundle.
Yeah, infamous Raccoon Trundle.
Infamous Brickcoon Trundle, the very same pick he blew my brains out when I played 2017 against him, and then gave me advice on. Uh, Raccoon always with the blue ice champions, as we do see Syndra being picked. I'm actually a bit interested in the actual Syndra pick. I think Syndra coming out here, not bad. I think you can do better, Syndra. I'm gonna be honest, quite a bit heavily nerfed. I think the champion has had brighter days, but of course, if it's your comfort pick, it is always nice to play comfort. And I do think it does fit into this comp, as we do see Nafiri.
Really? Well, okay. I'll admit, since her release, I haven't seen much of Nafir. I feel like most people don't really like her all that much. Do you know how the Syndra
As an
matchup
avid
goes?
Nafiri fan, my
Really?
highest elo was D2 58 LP, playing basically nothing but Nafiri and Oriana. I can confidently say the champion is hot dog shit. Do not
Yeah,
play this champion.
yeah.
Uh,
And into Syndra, this
it's one
doesn't
of the
sound that
toughest
good.
matchups. If Syndra holds her E, you can never engage. And especially with the removal of Raminis Hydra proccing on spells, you can't even shove lane and roam. So it's going to be a very difficult game for him, assuming me booster on the Nafiri. But again, comfort is king. If at any time Syndra does waste her E, Nafiri can jump and actually threaten a solo kill. However,
Yep.
it's going to be very difficult, especially if Juan picks Karthus here, a champion that is notorious for wanting to just die, then Nafiri is suddenly the worst champion in the game. Same for Wukong. So I'm
Yeah.
I'm very interested what exactly Versio will pick, what they will cook, as we will see. R4 coming out from Griffin. They do have counter pick for top lane. I'm assuming they're gonna save it for top lane, as we will probably see in the
Four
carry
ADC
pick.
bans here coming out, so they're really focusing down that lane. Looks like top lane is just gonna be Eyeglass just figures he's comfortable into
I'd-
anything that could come out here.
I'd really like to see MF here, as we do see Caitlyn. I think MF here would have been the best choice on the side of Griffin, but we do see Caitlyn. I think a champion like MF who can sort of play towards this just high sensibility, let's just run them down play style is probably the best chance you have. But we do see Caitlyn. Caitlyn, not exactly the strongest champ that I would like with the Nafiri and Wukong team. These are two champions who really want to go in. Caitlyn, a champion who wants to play a bit from far back, maybe even sort of play with the range game. We just see Veigar locked in. Veigar, very, very, very strong AD carry champion, overlooked by a lot of people. I think Veigar here is perfect because it is basically inviting the Nafiri, inviting the Poppy, inviting the Wukong. Go ahead and jump into me. I'll place an E on top of you. The Caitlyn now can't actually play around you because she's zoned by my E.
Yeah.
And what can you really do?
Especially, I'm looking at the Nafiri, especially like this looks like a very sad Nafiri game. If there's ever a happy Nafiri game, this does not
As
look
we
like
see
it.
Twitch,
Which
What is
gets
go-
picked up. Okay.
which means this is in fact a Veigar or Syndra technically support, or it could be Veigar Twitch, and it's yeah. I'm that Twitch pick just came out of left field. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Yeah, this
Now
is.
I'm now reconsidering the entire of Aversio's draft. And suddenly I'm wondering what the hell is going on.
This is a
As
bit
we
of
see
a
Cho'Gath.
head-scratcher, yeah.
Cho'Gath coming out top lane. Honestly, Cho'Gath, a champion that traditionally does pretty decent into GP, especially when playing his more like AP variations. I would actually be very interested if he plays a maybe less common known build, where you essentially you just rush. What's that item called? The Cyrildas, and you just run around and be an absolute menace.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch what's the interesting Cho'Gath build. I didn't. Oh,
It's Cyrildas, not Cyrildas. I'm sorry, Shurimas. Shurimas.
okay.
There is currently I believe Masters or Grandmaster, not sure if he's climbed yet, who plays Cho'Gath exclusively in this very odd style where he goes Hail of Blades and he then rushes Cyrildas and Symbiotic Souls and runs around the map and is the most annoying player in the world.
It does sound pretty annoying. Can't believe I haven't heard of him, to be honest. But
The guy
yeah,
is
we'll
an
see.
absolute menace. As I'm assuming it is in fact Twitch Veigar bot lane with Dracor's Syndra mid. It does seem to be the case.
I think this is like I want to say Starforger is probably on the Twitch here, and he's gonna be really, really annoying. I have seen this from him. I think he brings it up like once a tournament usually, but he's.
I think he's trying to give Griffin a fighting chance because he feels bad what happened to him.
I don't
To
know.
be
I don't
honest.
know. I've seen this be very, very
Or-
cruel.
Maybe he's like, I'm gonna shit on these kids with my Twitch.
Like
And
this
he's-
Nafiri, as bad of his game as it is, I think Starforger Twitch is just gonna make her really regret even logging in today. I think.
I mean, honestly, it's gonna be an incredibly rough game for the side of Griffin. We'll see exactly what happens. Purely through draft, I do think it is somewhat okay. It is not the worst. Of course, the Nafiri pick gonna be very difficult to play, especially into the Veigar. However, if you play a more bruiser skirmish version of Nafiri instead of going for the lethality, maybe opting into going the Stridebreaker build and applying it AoE with your W, which due to the way slows work applies an AoE 99% slow, which is pretty damn strong. Maybe with the ranges, with the slows, with the Cho'Gath maybe supplementing some of the damage, with Caitlyn hopefully being able to actually interact in these fights, there is a chance for Griffin, but of course it's going to be very difficult. We'll see.
I mean, Nafiri doesn't look all that bad in the side lane. I don't know about you, but the Gangplank matchup is not that
The
bad
worst.
if you
It
go,
is not the worst.
Yeah, so she might still find some value, even though the early game is looking very rough now that this Twitch has been locked in, especially because I don't expect her to get any sort of a breather. Like getting any wave will be a miracle if I'm being honest here. But
I am
we'll see.
very, very honestly, if there's one lane which I would look out for right now, it's top lane. If somehow this Cho'Gath manages to get ahead, I don't actually see many answers from the side of Aversio. Yes, Syndra has her true damage on her W. Yes, Trundle has the tank shreds. But realistically speaking, if this is not a full tank Cho'Gath,
I don't think they have much answers to just mitigating the fact that, oh look, he just put a Q on us and then we just all get knocked up. Which, if that happens at any point, Wukong can follow up and Neferi can follow up. So we'll have to see exactly what happens. It is going to be difficult and it's going to be rough for Griffin, but I do think there is still an actual opening for Griffin. We'll see.
If any of these champions get out of the early game, I think Griffin are just fine. It's just a pretty big if, to be honest. But they might just get there. They might just find an opening here, and be an absolute menace themselves. So it's not like it's a one-sided match or anything. It's just Project Versio have cooked something up here, and I'm not liking how it smells if I'm Griffin.
It's a bit cheesy, one could say. Bit cheesy. Vega Twitch, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, not exactly the best bot lane duo I've ever seen in my life. However, there's also an argument. Vega clicks C, Twitch clicks W and just ults and right clicks them. And if they don't have any way to get out of that cage, they basically cannot retaliate.
Yeah, that's just about it, I think. Again, I'm not really expecting Twitch to really hang around bot lane too much unless there's a Vega cage kind of play. Like, Twitch is probably looking to always be a menace. I think he's really happy just sitting in lane and being a regular support. But we'll see.
I fucking hate that Trundle skin, man.
You
so
hate
bad.
that? Oh, really?
It's so ugly, man. There's an edit for it, which I'm not too big of a fan for.
I can figure out what that edit looks like, yeah, but
yeah, you figured it out. Well, let's see exactly how this game goes. I'm gonna be honest. If at any point Griffin falls behind, I think they may just lose.
Yeah.
If they stay even, they may actually find a way to go in. Of course, we do see Neferi with first strike, which means we are getting most likely the lethality variation. We do see Choga with grasp, which means we are most likely getting the tank variation. So it is going to be pretty damn difficult, I think, to actually try to stay even. But we'll see what happens. As of course we do have the support beats, Kazuto is currently not in Malta, so we of course do have a substitute. But Versio has agreed to play the game.
It looks like Awaken will not be farming, actually, and Starforger will just be laning with the Twitch, which is really not something I expected, to be honest. But it might just be a bit more regular than originally thought. Just chat makes it annoying.
What is going on? Honestly, these comps are so strange. It's very difficult to actually figure out who's gonna outscale who. You know, just from looking at the champions, it makes more sense that Versio's team comp does outscale.
Yep.
But it's gonna be, the fights are gonna be very strange. If at any time Neferi or Wukong gets a flank, they may actually be able to just run over the game with.
Yeah, if you're looking at the game as a straight up 5v5 kind of deal, I think Versio does outscale, but that's...
The fights are going to be very strange. I think, honestly, realistically speaking, the draft has sort of gone to the favor of Griffin for the entire reason that, hey, if you know your enemy team is better than you, then just cause chaos and make sure that they're not getting to play the game as much as you can. So we do see Twitch.
Sense, yeah. Quicken getting very aggressive in the bot lane here, finding a lot of trades. Really not afraid of this Poppy at all right now.
He's of course using the prestige skin for the prestige skin. Using that classic chroma which you have to buy bonus from the pass. Once again, lots of money flexers in the bot lane, as we can see.
Yeah, but what we're learning here is that ADCs are the richest people, so...
I mean, why do you think they picked the lane who has to farm? They want money. They like gold. As yeah, I mean, you wouldn't expect much fighting to happen early game for either side of these comps. Maybe Neferi if she sees that the E from Syndra has been wasted. But realistically, we're looking at another game where people are just going to farm it out to 10 minutes.
Yeah, probably. Both junglers are putting towards the top side. Wukong, I think, is a little bit faster on the clear. I'm not sure if that means anything. Chico Commander is kind of looking for something, just spots Trundle out He does have Prio in the top lane. Not quite sure that'll mean all that much though. Stun does miss from Veigar there, but that probably also doesn't mean all that much. Jungle clear will be finished soon. Chi Commander is really looking to find something here. He really does not want to give Trundle this Scuttle Crab. I'm not quite sure they can do anything about it though.
I'm not sure they really have a choice, especially with the current way that the wave is set up. He's denying himself a push-in, mostly because it seems like he just wants to rotate. However, he will lose a large set of minions for this. I'm not...
That looked a bit sketchy, but I think Chi Commander, at the cost of his wave, is the first to rotate. Kind of denies first blood there.
He has lost about 4 or 5 minions though.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure.
And if we're playing for this, if he's going for the roaming variation of Cho'Gath, then this is probably fine. But if we're playing for this tank scaling Cho'Gath, I mean, you really can't afford to lose 2 waves. We'll see how that happens though, as the gold is currently 1400 to 10k. GP, of course, doing the Sapphire Crystal buy into back and straight into a Sheen. Classic build. From my man Crucile, top 20 NA. Man is a genius. Don't believe Solar Baka's lies. Yeah, I mean, honestly, you shouldn't really expect much action on either side of the teams right now.
Yeah.
It's gonna be mostly sitting back, farming, getting items. Once we start hitting maybe our ultimates, we start hitting maybe not even a full item, but half our item. I think that's when we're going to start seeing some action. We may see some action around the Drake fight. Maybe one jungler will try to cheese the other one, but again, I completely doubt it. I think it's going to be a very slow game for now.
Yeah, if junglers get bored, we might see some action, but other than that, I don't think we're going to see too much happen here. Mid lane level 6 might be something to look out for, I want to say. Perhaps, but probably not. Bot lane, some decent trades going through. No one's doing big damage just yet. No one's really
Again,
backed.
it's something you want if you're Veigar Twitch. So
yeah.
it may be a Versio's way to just saying, hey, you liked how we just waited for our enemy team to fuck up and we just outscaled and want to see us do it again? And it looks like they might as well.
I would like to see, I feel like this Poppy roam a bit more. Chi Commander getting good trade.
This Cho'Gath does have level 6.
Ooh.
That was a very close solo kill. Very nice little play from Chi Commander. It is still good.
Bot lane got killed though, as Beads gets caught in the
Absolutely
cage.
crazy damage.
Still had flash too, just did not expect that burst, I guess. Ends up going on for first blood, going over to Star Forger, who is probably going to find a plate here as well. Are they looking for the dive here? Cage is up. Hero gets caught. Has cleanse, but cleanse isn't going to do all that much. Awaken will go die as an execute. So pretty
That
damn
is
good.
2 stacked waves lost for the side of Team Griffin. As a double kill does manage to go onto the Twitch. This may be GG for at least the bot side of Griffin, unless something interesting happens.
Looking pretty scary now if you're this Griffin bot lane. Like
1k gold lead on the Twitch. Man, that is scary.
Twitch is statistically the worst ADZ right now, I believe, but if he's getting this kind of advantage, he's still
If the
pretty
Fury's
scary.
bad, let's just say Twitch is somehow worse.
By
As
that
we
time,
do
I
see
mean,
Awaken hovering mid lane, trying to see like, hey, will this Fury ever go
Top
in?
lane.
As Ansel was just walked top lane. Hello, Eyeglass. You have no flash, right? Boom, freaking out the cheeky commander.
okay, alright, this Cho'Gath is looking like a pretty decent win condition right now. Almost got the solo kill. We get a gank, and that gives him the second kill. A lot of objectives traded for this, though, as Aversio are the ones who pick up... they only picked up a single grab, actually. I thought they picked up more, but they're going to be grabbing this dragon, I believe. Zelsam is still in base.
It does, however, seem like a free Baron for the side of Team Aversio. Or free Dragon, sorry.
Awaken is just not afraid of anything. Walking
Robs
into-
are spawning in 2.5 minutes.
Yes, they are. I would like well, both teams really need those scrubs right now, so I'm not really sure if we're gonna commit more for them. Starforger just being such a menace. Era gets caged.
Oh
That's probably
no!
gonna be it. Say goodnight. Yep. Coon is down here. Beats gets caught out. Has to flash. Flash
And
out
it
from
is
Awaken.
So sad for the bot side of Team Griffin.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Starforger with a bit of BM with the white flag emote.
classic. Just a classic Starforger move. But it's looking pretty damn scary now. How do you walk back into this lane? I feel like the answer is you kind of don't. Like, you let Era collect XP and wait for the tower to go down and farm near the tier 2. And Beads, in my opinion, should just be getting the hell out of here. I don't think he's ever sitting in lane up against these two champions. Nevertheless, they are going back there. Anselm is in the mid lane. They go in, instantly forcing out a flash traded for Anselm's ult there. I don't think that'll be up for Grubs though.
It will not. I'm not too happy with that play. If you're a Griffin fan here, you are not too happy seeing that, knowing that the ult will be down for Grubs. It may come up maybe 20 seconds after they've spawned, so maybe there's a chance that they can stall it. But realistically speaking, it's just so rough right now for Griffin, especially seeing that the bot side has gone into so monstrously ahead. As Beads may just be dead again, but he does manage to out Scatter the Weak. Beads is just gonna walk away, a free man.
Yeah, didn't die this time. Not much of a consolation as he's forced to back immediately. Not really getting anything done on the map so far.
And if you look, Yuntal has already been built for the Twitch. I mean, it is scary to say the least.
Oh no. Nice stun. Mibusta gonna be forced to flash here. GP ult committed as well. Getting very close to dying there as both Syndra and Veigar ult were available.
Forger getting a nice few free wards. And is having a buffet. Mibusta choosing to stay here. Grubs have spawned, of course. He does not have TP available. Most likely this will be another Grubs for the side of Team Versio.
Yeah, looking like 4 Grubs. They even rotate the Starforger here just to make sure. That does give Era probably a few plates at the very least. But I think you favor Grubs a bit more. Commander has to be careful. Flashes out of the Syndra stun will be fine.
We're trying to buffer his stun with the Veigar cage, but actually gives G Commander time to flash away. The Bon lives.
Yeah, it's gonna be a very difficult game. Realistically speaking, I don't see much ways that Griffin can actually win without a lead, and especially facing a lead from Even. There were arguments that they could win mid-game with a very good flank from both the Wukong and the Nafiri. For now that the Twitch has gotten ahead, I mean, it has basically become a game of Perfect the Twitch. And when you have a Veigar cage against the Nafiri and the Wukong, that's arguably all the protection you need.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know how you have to catch him out. Like, it has to be a straight up full-on blow mistake. Like, I don't know. I'm not quite sure. Chief Commander is not looking all that bad in top lane just yet, though. I feel like even though Triforce is finished for Eyegloss, this Cho'Gath is still pretty strong. So he's gonna be able to hold his own for now. Not quite sure they can do much with that, though.
Ro has managed to start her first Splinter, I believe, or then maybe her second. Let me check. She is on her second Splinter. Her W now has true damage. And we can just start seeing the poke that is coming out. I mean, it is painful. There's Eyegloss. No seem to just not care. Starforger casually walking away from the gank as Brickcoon says, "Hello, I'm flashing in now." And he just absolutely starts slapping. Poppyall does come out. Bye bye, Starforger. 1 cent back to 2018. Musta is here. The cage is down. He does get a Q in, but
yeah,
yeah,
that's sort of what we expected, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Top lane. No, the solo kill, the one saving grace for Griffin.
One does flash in and auto a tower. Level 20 mastery does come out.
It's fine. It's fine. Era survives just barely, but the rest of the team not so lucky. And that's a whole tower going down the top lane. Also going to be getting over some place. TP is available for Cheeky Commander. Cho'Gath might just be able to pick some of this up. But it just feels like it's getting worse and worse. It does seem like Beads is finally roaming up top. TP flank did come through. Iglos in some trouble. Probably not going to be able to make it out. This one flashes. Definitely trying. Does the Bonbon have anything to catch Iglos?
Ooh, the Q does not connect. This is a crazy chase, as Ansem just says, give it to me. He just picks up the pick.
Sidralt was used mid, but Vagralt is also down actually, so Meeboosta's probably not going to be getting flashed on, but that does mean that he will have to concede this tower. Starforger is here. Ansem looking for something.
Try to spin, but he just can't get in because of his Vagar cage.
Cage is down. Yeah. Honestly, I don't even blame him. Like, if you're this Wukong right now, you're just desperate for anything to happen. You're just getting shut down at every angle. And it's a bit of a slow burn right now for Griffin.
It is just very, very, very difficult for the side of Team Griffin to really do anything. 4 grubs to 2 drakes, and they're playing into a comp that realistically will just slowly outscale them. I mean, it's going to be very hard for Griffin to do much here. As Meeboosta just said, alright, let's jump. And let's watch the crazy Nafiri damage.
Not too bad.
Full combo, barely manages to kill the Twitch.
I mean, not too bad. Not even a whole item on him. So, I don't know. That's something. Kind of crazy that that happened once. I'd be shocked if it happens a second time, but the damage isn't all that bad.
Let's see if it manages to happen at least another 4 times, as of course Caitlyn does get chunked to 25% HP. It seems they might actually try to go for this Herald. With objective bounties, this may not be the worst pick, as no, it looks like Nafiri is recalling.
Oh no,
the Poppy seems to have been caught out, and oh no, Bomba.
They use
double
both.
Double bombs do come out from both Syndra and Vagar. Both outs are down. Will they try to contest this Herald? I doubt it.
Starforger is
like
bots,
awesome.
but I don't think Griffin know that. And even if they did know that, would they even care? I'm not too sure. In the mid lane, no Syndra means he's not all that worried.
He's just
It has to be.
A bit of miscommunication. GPL does come out.
Waken's looking. I think he outruns the Caitlyn here. Ooh, walks into a trap, and some going in. Big damage.
Wukong does re-engage. That's a kill for Caitlyn. This may be a double kill for the side of Griffin. Drakor trying to push him away. Scatter the Weak does come out. Zonius comes out. He's trying everything to stay alive. Drakor barely goes down. That was very close. Valiant effort as Ansem is just going to go down as well now. Beads jumps in, but this may be a misplay, as Beads will probably go down as well. He is down. Now, LaBonbon here to join the party. Iglos very low HP.
I think everyone just walks out. So unfortunately, LaBonbon a bit too late.
Griffin employing the controversial one at a time strat.
I do want to... I want to check something real quick. I think Trundle did a crazy play, and I just want to see it real quick here. I'm not quite sure. But I think he tried to eat the Syndra out of the Caitlyn Q there. And I think just barely managed to. But it didn't mean all that much, as he died anyway. But that's still a crazy way to go.
It is a nice attempt. And honestly, when you're this ahead, you might as well go for these funny clips. As we see Starforger just saying hello and giving Caitlyn a nice little love tap. I mean...
Yeah, what do you even do against that right now, right? If you're arrow, you're just gonna have to eat them.
So I can just slowly chunks away at Beads.
I mean, Herald is still up. G Commander is here to take a ward, so they are going to establish some vision on it. Versus still have a few wards lying around though, so it's not like they're completely blind.
Purely true gold. The GP is roughly 3k gold ahead of the Cho'Gath, which is going to be very difficult. As for other lanes, I mean, mid lane's roughly 1 gold behind on the side of Griffin. And of course, the Twitch just has a 2k gold lead ahead of the Caitlyn. It is, it's rough. It is very rough. As
come for the
let's see,
duel.
let's see how that gold lead transfers. Because honestly,
Yeah.
it's not looking too good.
Yeah, not looking too good anymore. And that might just be happening on repeat. Era walks a bit too far. Gonna end up just dying to both ults from the versus bot laners. They can't really step out of their base right now, I feel like. Cage is gonna deny any play here. No Scar of the week, and Sub still goes in, looking for some damage. Awaken getting very low. No ult might just be going down, but is it worth it? It's gonna be traded for 2 more kills and the Herald.
I mean, it's as the pings come out from Team Aversio, questioning the play from Team Griffin. I mean, it is it's not the best. 9k gold lead for the teams. As Mibusu says, okay, let's go. Whee!
No Cage. Does it matter?
As the worst version of Talon does sadly go down.
I mean, if that AoE damage was single target, he would have found a kill. It's just... I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Especially
If she
with
had
an
actually
Eclipse
items
here.
that you could build, maybe that was a kill. Sadly, the champion does not have a single item that works on her outside of Eclipse.
Yeah, and that's not really the biggest damage
not-
item when you're trying to go for switch and
Not
silver
exactly
there.
the item you want to build on an assassin. As Brickcone soloing the Drake.
Yeah, Beats finds a nice stun in the bot lane if he wasn't so damn far behind. Iglos just turns it out and slaps him for the 7th
On
set.
smiting the cannon.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't think he's expecting to get anywhere near an objective anytime soon. Anglos, they've just given up on Anglos, I think. Which I can't really blame them.
This is a difficult game, I'll say that much. As a nice little Hex Flash onto Awaken, but it's just... As a full combo, we got GP to 35% HP, by the way. Good champ.
Again, Awaken goes down. Again, he's going to be traded for a lot more than he's worth.
Ansem is so sad, barely not able to catch a Drakor. It is 21-7.
Yeah.
It is, of course, very difficult, especially with the fact that they do eventually outscale. The Cho'Gath as a tank will be difficult to deal, but with the true damage
I don't...
of
Like,
Syndra and
yeah.
the ult from the Trundle, I mean, realistically. And the true damage from barrels, or at least the percent pen. I mean, it's just going to be incredibly
it's
difficult.
basically true damage, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty much true damage, especially after Trundle ult. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think we all know where this is going. That said, let's see if maybe we can get a nice team fight, a nice catch from the side of Griffin.
Busta
As-
has honestly been finding a lot more Ws than I expected him to. Like, sure, he's a bit too behind to be doing any real damage right now. But it might mean something if there's any sort of follow-up onto his targets. Because he's taking a big chunk out of these health bars. Like,
Brickcone is in fact
Could
going
mean
Dead Man's
something.
Rush Trundle.
the classic.
I'm genuinely unsure if that's good.
I don't think he really cares. I think you just want to go places. Era gets ulted again.
And it just doesn't matter.
Just to
It
be
is so sad.
Just to BM Veigar out at the end, just to make sure, as if it would have mattered.
And yeah, this will most likely will result into a Baron for the side of Team Versio. I'd assume they're looking to close the game out. Realistically, they can play safe. They can just slowly scale and eventually beat Team Griffin anyway.
Look at the level difference between Iglos and everyone on Griffin. Oh my god, 6 levels is
Iglos
so much.
now rocking 1200 gold at 22
Oh.
minutes. He will actually go down here. Kill from the Fury.
Nice shutdown. As Cheeky Commander also seems to be going down. Flash from Brickcone.
Yeah, they're flashing on top of him,
Chase
and it
down,
definitely
bro.
makes it out.
It's
This
also
one.
an alt. Yeah, so he's very tanky. He's genuinely difficult to take down. As Ansem tries to run away from Brickcone. But I mean, I do think he will just right-click them to death. As
Yeah.
the Cinder ult does come out.
Amy Booster got a big shot down. I don't think he got to cash it in just yet. No, but doesn't really mean anything, Era.
Yes.
You have to stop walking out of your base, buddy. As sad as
Era.
that is, you cannot walk past the tower line.
Basically being told you're not allowed to walk anywhere further from your Nexus. As Bees does try to get a nice little flank. He barely doesn't connect. Caitlyn comes out. Veigar is low.
Oh no. Ulted code.
Oh
Yeah.
no,
Yeah, yeah.
Era, no!
know what do you even
This
do. Like, what do you even say at this point?
Starforger flashes into the Cho'Gath, will die. Bro is on a kill high. Looks like one of my solo queue games for a second. As Brickhoon, Awaken, and Dracour are trying to slowly whittle away at the Nexus towers, we do have Eyegloss on the top side, pushing in another wave. It will probably result into a top inhib, or they might choose to go bot or just go straight Baron. I think it does look like they're gonna go straight Baron.
Yeah, maybe Starforger running it down means that they get another chance at this, but it's not looking any better anytime soon.
As Dracour is simply pushing bot side waves. Seems like he's just gonna try to provide pressure for his team as they wait for Starforger to respawn and then maybe threaten the Drake. Beat saying, let's see if we can try to catch him out as he is a Syndra who is flashless.
Does have Swifties and Deadmans, so Beads is gonna be faster, but with no backup, I don't think Beads wants to take this fight. Well, he's sitting on level 10, right? Like, that's not a big number.
Dracour, of course, respecting them and go all the way back to his tower, slowly waiting. I mean, the Wukong wants to find him, but I think all he's gonna find is a big fat troll. His Beads, flash.
Oh no, Beads just desperate for anything to happen. It's just gonna be a stint death, unfortunately.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's a bit sad. It's a tiny bit sad. It is 28 to 9. It is a 15k gold lead in terms of dual scale. As Juan basically sending them back to their base and go ahead, heal back at the Nexus.
Tower just wants to auto attack a minion, but they just keep denying them every single time.
Again, this Cho'Gath is so tanky, but it's just a little bit too late.
Yeah, it does take them a while to take Cho'Gath down, but if nothing else is happening at the same time, it doesn't really matter all that much. Me Booster trying to run away from Brickhoon. Eyegloss is just taking down this inhibitor. No one really able to do much about it. Maybe Chico Commander can slow him down a bit, but will eventually be taking that one down. I do want to see. Oh, okay.
Okay, Starforger once again running it down. As the Fury is teleporting mid, although she is like 40% HP. Syndra ult does manage to execute the Caitlyn. Yeah, I mean, will we see anything from the Naafiri? Some damage does come out.
I mean, no, probably not. I don't think so. Starforger running it down again, trying to keep it close, but I don't think he's keeping it close enough.
On justice for Griffin, making sure they at least have a small chance. As
Look at go.
the Nexus towers will sadly go down. It is not season 15. These towers will not respawn. As it looks like this may just be game.
Yeah, I don't think Naafiri is the champ to make this 1v3 happen. Probably going to be Diamond Base, not even needed. Nexus does go down, and the Versio find themselves at a 3-0 advantage on the day. Just clean win streak today.
And if you're Team Versio or a Team Versio fan, you are happy.
Damn, I'm not even sure what to say about that one. That looked like a...
Do not look at gold per minute on Gangplank. Do not look at gold per minute on Gangplank.
Holy moly, that is a big number.
GP absolutely printing money. That is a 16k gold at 26 minutes. He basically had 4th item on back. That is a 10.2 CS per minute, with of course with his passive on Q and with the towers that he took. I mean, it is just absolutely painful.
Yeah.
He had 4k on him. He basically had an item and a half in base. I mean, it is very difficult once GP gets going, and once he gets ahead, he basically just solo wins the game. Which is not to say his entire team was also not ahead. It was a pretty valiant effort, I think, from Griffin. I mean, obviously, Versio were the players to win. I will say this: they did have their moments. They did have a few nice catches here and there. But of course, Versio just basically saying, we've been playing each other for who knows how long. Let's just play a nice clean game. Let's get as many objectives as possible. Let's find as many picks as possible. And just slowly just end out the game through scaling. Which is basically what they've done for these past 3 games. I mean, Versio, again, clearly, it shows how they like to play the game. They like to pick these comps that outscale, play laning phase, relatively safe, and just take these free kills here and there. They trade these objectives here and there. And then slowly, they just take over the game through scaling. Which I think is a respectable way to play the game.
Yeah,
we'll see who's...
It's definitely working too. As,
it works.
They've shown us for the 3rd time in a row here. Who is MVP for you? If I don't even know. Like, what do you even say here?
That's the real question.
Honestly, want to see Brickhoon just to get a little variety because we have seen
Yeah,
Versio
we've
two
had
times in a row.
Starforger, we've had Awake, and we have Brickhoon. I mean, we've had Eyegloss. Let's get Brickhoon in here. Juan Tibonis made a bad champ look OP. Fair enough.
I think Kenny Champ
Uh,
with stealth there is just ridiculous once you get a few kills. To be fair,
Of course,
Brickhoon had to
Brickhoon
leave.
had
Oh
to
no.
leave. Sadly, Brickhoon. How about we do something unprecedented? How about we do a double MVP interview with Starforger and
Ooh.
Dracour, so we have everyone except Brickhoon in. Sure if Dracour can join.
If they feel like it, after all.
If they feel like it.
Honestly, I also want to point out. Oh, never mind. Let's move on to
Hello?
the interview. Hello, Jakur.
Hello.
Oh, don't swear. Don't swear on my stream. Come on, man.
Respect,
Wrong time.
respect, Juan, for the last two fights, giving Griffin a chance. Justice for Griffin.
Nice guy, Juan.
Nice guy, Juan. نقلها لك نقلها.
Shit happens, man.
So,
Shit happens.
I was just playing TFT, and that's all I wanted to do.
what? Who's playing TFT? Wait, what?
Me.
You,
Hello.
you can go and play TFT. I think you're done for the day, right?
I think so. I hope so. Why
I hope so. You're done with the games. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you are. I'm pretty sure you are. What was I? You made me forget what I was gonna say. I'm not even sure what to ask in this game. Like it looked like a pretty decisive one. The Yasuo ban actually I want to ask about. Like, did Draco just not feel like picking Yasuo this game? Was that it, or was it an actual ban you wanted to take away?
Because their ADC plays Yasuo, and since we wanted to first pick Gangplank, Eagles just doesn't want to give them Yasuo. We're considering just giving them the Yasuo anyway, and then going something like Poppy, support, or something, but then we just bend it.
Which does end up actually being good since they did pick Poppy R2.
To be fair, it's funny because our
Yeah.
comp had 0 dashes against them.
The competent fact of 0 dashes, which means the Poppy was kind of absolutely useless.
not?
Which is a shame.
You can never blind the pop.
True. Here's, I think, a bit of an interesting question. What's the thoughts on Twitch? How do you feel about Twitch?
I mean, it's my second highest champion. Mastery points.
Bro plays a dragon and a mouse.
and third most is a Lulu.
Oh, ew.
A dragon, a mouse, and a midget. Bro is basically rewriting. What's that one where they made the Wizard of Oz?
I don't think we saw the same Wizard of Oz.
Listen, I'm hard stuck on 3 mil points on ASOL, 300k on Twitch, and 200k on Lulu. So,
Man,
What do you mean
The man
hard
likes what
stuck?
he likes.
Just play it more. What do you mean hard stuck?
Draco, I'm not sure if you have any remarks for the enemy team. What do you feel they could have done better? What do you feel they did?
Don't pick Nafiri. I really think it was bad this game,
Yeah.
especially into Syndra. Like, what are they meant to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna handshake that. That champion is fucking useless.
I swear the champion is you. Especially into Syndra. Like, it's free scaling, plus I can bully them.
I mean,
So,
Min meta, they removed Ravenous Hydra proccing on abilities, and then they removed Building Black Cleaver and Thrilda at the same time, and then they removed Lethality on Eclipse, and the champion has become absolutely fucking dog shit because after all of those nerfs, they nerfed it again. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Maybe we just don't pick it.
to be fair, they had a good gank though when mid once. They took my flash. That was
I agree. I think it was a very good, very good gank. I think it was a nice little bait by the Nafiri into the Kong gank. Iglos has asked us, "What is your bet?"
I think.
what bet?
I don't know. You tell
Yeah,
us.
You tell us, Juan. What is your bet?
My top laner was gonna go 0-10 as usual.
Okay.
I mean, he still died. He was 0-1.
He did die.
Yeah, he did die.
Yeah. He almost
do you
got
feel
solo
about
kill too, if that's anything.
He did almost get solo killed.
It's like his things. He either goes 0-10 and is useful, or he goes 8-10, or like 8-2 and is useful. Or he does both. He goes like 8-10 and is useful anyway.
My
It's
man.
his thing.
It's normal that he ends. It's
Yeah.
fine.
But you know.
Nothing you can do about that.
Put me and Diglos on a team and we go gambling.
Oh, you wanna go? Let's go.
Nice.
We gamble all on XRP.
We gamble on XRP.
All in.
All in. Mela. If that's all, I'd like to ask any last remarks for to the stream.
I mean, thank you for watching these games. I mean, the first one was pretty fun to watch, in my opinion. I think the agony game
Fucking boring.
was very.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was boring, but it was a bit thriller. Yeah, it was a
And
bit thriller.
Juan has left.
Slept the
Well,
call.
like-
Fucking hard, man.
But yeah, fun games, and I'm excited for when playoffs come around.
Thank you, Hafna Drakur. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Versio, for the 3 games and for sticking out. And I think we are at the end. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Spera hot the ghost for the games.
Yeah, exactly right. Actually, I forgot to change the scene. I'm so sorry, everybody. But yeah, that's my beautiful face. I think that's it. I think that's all the games we had. I do believe that Janssen has a few more games going on his stream in just a moment. So if you want more LCM action, you can head over to Jan Makes Coffee on Twitch. But
At 8:30, Janssen will
8:30?
be casting with La Bon Bon, Griffin's top laner, Gladiators versus Kabochi, followed by Kabochi versus Gamers Without a Dude at 9:30.
Yeah.
The other game, Cavalier versus GWA, will be streamed as a replay at a later date. But other than that, I think that is the end for me. And last few words from me and Sapion. Thank you everyone for watching. If you have any last words, Sap?
Yep. And see you next time.
See you next time, and thank you for everything, guys.